Unbelievably, I missed 2 very large cucumbers in the early Russian patch. Nice seed stock's gonna come from that. Let's take a quick run out in the garden. The Sensations mixed color are in bloom. Not as big as a mixed color as I'd hoped for, but they're still very pretty flowers. We'll do a run through. There she is. Very sweet. Oh, I can't wait to eat those bad boys. Bell peppers. Gorgeous. Dino kale. Potted rosemary. Huge compared to the ones out in the in that garden area next to the amaranth. Got to get on cleaning that fish pond again. Yeah, I'm just not seeing the size and height or the seed heads of last year. The soil, I just didn't have the funds to do the soil like I did last year. Am I getting that ladybug? I can't see the screen. Cute little ladybug nestled in there. When I was at the last place, I watched a fabulous little squirrel hang upside down and chew off the seed head of a gigantic sunflower and carry it off like a dog has a bone in its mouth. He was hopping through the yard. It was so fun to watch. Spiders still hanging out. This Guinura procumbens is having a field day in here. I staked the lychee tomatoes. Telling you, super ornery plant. Got rid of the carpet just like I said I was going to. And here go those quick growing Thai edible gourds. Not seeing any beans yet except for teensy little babies on the winged. Oh no, this is the dragon tongue bean. My winged bean is out back. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. Gorgeous cinnamon basil. Sending out its flower spikes. Insane growth on the watermelon. We'll take a quick peek back here and I'll just show you one of the first ones that I spotted, the big bad boy. How cool is that? And if I stay quiet and the birds are quiet for a little while, you get to hear all the bumblebees. Lots of activity. Busier than the NAFTA superhighway during an invasion. Oh, just joking, people. I hope we never get to that. I hope it's all just a bunch of rumors. One never knows these days. Really is hard to sift through facts from fiction unless you have an incredible amount of time to devote to it. I did suffer some loss all along the road yesterday when I was taking Michael to work. Trees are down, split, limbs blown all over. Crews were out working, clearing the road. The thunder actually, I felt the vibrations coming through the house. And when I came out here, I had plants toppled over and debris. Not nearly as bad as it could have been, but this one tomato who had been tied down low broke off at the top, and the tomatoes that I didn't get to tie were laying over. The ground is very soft here, so the plants look, my little bell pepper laying over. So I got to pile up. I don't even know. This one feels like it's broke down at the bottom. But a few of them, these guys, see how dirty they are? They were laying over. And here we are. Sensation mixed color. First of the Keckley sweet watermelon arriving. I think there's 5 or 6 seeds in this patch. I was the first one up. And here we go. Sensation mixed color flowers. So beautiful. Tobacco laying over though. Here we have a pole bean. These are navy beans, supposedly. We'll see. I probably am not going to pick these. Even, let me see, even at this stage, right there, they're a little tough raw, and I like my beans raw for the most part. So I just might let this patch go to seed. But if you like lightly cooked or raw beans, I'll tell you what, those Blue Lakes are really good eating, even after they get a little bit larger. I went ahead and put the squash up on the bricks and plates. This was the second one in. I think he's growing even bigger than the first one. Very nice. Little baby started. More back there. Foxtail laying over. Hopefully, when it dries out today, it'll perk back up. And this was the first squash in. My squash that's getting the most sun out here is changing color. The squash, like the cucumbers, it doesn't matter if it's a summer squash or a winter squash. If you're picking these for seed, you need to let them cure on the countertop before you collect the seed. They finish doing what they're doing, ripening, and that's the best way to get the most viable seed. Finally, I'm seeing some flowers on the Texas hummingbird sage. Very delicate, tiny. The hummies, they just love those. The lemon apple that I spotted in here, there's one that looks like it may have crossed because of how elongated it's getting. And this one looks like a pure specimen, but even though it looks pure, these are going to be for eating. And when I pull those Russians, then I'll let some of the lemon apples go to maturity for seed stock. This is by far our favorite cucumber so far. That early Russian didn't get bitter. And that's one of the things that you don't have to worry about with the lemon apple. Just a really, really fine cucumber. Prolific producers. The wonder berries are spitting those things out left and right. I plan on growing a whole bunch of those to mix with other preserves. These are the earlyanas starting to get ripe. Before we know it, I'll have way too many tomatoes, just the way I like it. I don't know if you could have too many fruits and vegetables. All of the leeks took really well. I was frantic out here trying to get them in the ground. I was being clobbered by mosquitoes. They could be even closer than this. Leeks don't get very large in diameter. So you could go about, when you do transplants or direct sow, about 2 inches. Some of these have, 3, 4, I even see 5-inch space. Doesn't matter here because I'm not hurting for planting areas, but if you are limited on your space, that'll come into play where you want to make sure that your plants have the required room. Wonderberries everywhere. But the plants are also laying over. I'll prop those guys today. And the little albinos, I just propped them up with buckets because I was off the property. They were laying totally flat from the heavy fruit load, and the sandy soil doesn't compact very well, so they don't have a good solid root base. Caging is a good thing if you're in this type of condition. Heavy fruit load. I think this variety might be my pick for overwintering. Michael's actually talking about starting to look for work overseas. You know, I had planned on getting the greenhouse in this summer and have it ready by fall. The landlord's dragging his feet on a lot of things that he had promised us. And now Michael's talking about us leaving the country. It's hard to prep and make plans. First of the flowers on the eggplants. Emerald apple eggplant. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Get to work. Doing lots of painting in the midday heat, which is going really well. Balance it out. I work outside during the morning hours when it's reasonable, and then I head indoors for the 100-degree afternoon. And we're even seeing temperatures in the 90s at 11 o'clock at night. I don't know if I showed you guys this. The sweet potatoes finally came up. And as you can see, I'm dragging my feet on the weeding. It's been hard. I've been leaving the property way more than I like. Being the limousine service and getting errands done. We had a little break here. That's probably pups. I'll take him in and eat him. I think today might be a day. I don't do fried food that often, but oh, these squash flowers are looking wonderful. All right, as always, I wish you the best of everything. Love, luck, peace, health, happiness. Let's throw some wealth in there. We could all use a little bit of that. A little windfall to help us on our way. And I'll talk to you soon. Much love. Bye.